Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are, welcome back. It's underscore Gintu, back again to the root of today. Here we are, it's one-on-one live coverage. They're going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Wherever you're coming from, thank you very much for you being tuned, locked in. Subscribe, like, share, comment, so as you can just groove together as a team. And we are making it happen because we have been looking forward to make sure that everything is covered and to you and making sure they're going to be enjoying this kind of the session one-on-one. Everyone has been tuned and locked in for this kind of the first moment you're watching this kind of the video. Thank you very much for you being there. Subscribe, like, share, comment, as we're going to be grooving together as a team. And much of the people are talking about Gintu going to be having the GoPro today. It doesn't have, they have not yet given it up. And much of the people are telling me that, oh, Gintu, forget about it, do a shagara bagara reaction, telenovela. Oh, I've already understood that the orders have already come from above because the person who talked about, oh, it was my courtesy for the GoPro to be here, or is now arriving onto the genotypic area where he became the guy from. And the real fact you have now understood, and you have just understood what is the real poetic value of what I mean about that one. So everything is just continuing at the G Castle here. And I came out from because today even I went to make sure that I'm just checking on Mayani and to it's called the cell where he is and to the prison there because he was taken to the remand yesterday, and I had to make sure that I'm just going there to check on him so I can just motivate and give him some 2-3 leisures as he's going to be continuing with the vibe of waiting for me to make sure that I'm democratizing to make sure that he is coming back to the free zone where he can just work or maintain the case while he is outside here. So he has greeted you muchly and talking about thank you very much. Everyone has been supporting, praying for him, and also making sure that everything is so fantastic. And I went there with the tea and I talked about nobody can just be given a tea there. Then I talked about, okay, I want to drink it outside there. So I had to make sure that I'm just drinking outside there. And that's the time that I knew that even to the cell there, they are not they don't recommend much of the people to go with something, so you can just go and see this kind of the people. And he was crying very terribly and talking about please it has not been, this is the moment that I could not be there as a boy. And we talk about, okay, I just cooled him down and I just gave him much of at least a motivation to make sure that he's going to be waiting for me tomorrow on Friday. I will be just going to the court where this kind of the case was, and I will be getting this kind of the magistrate and the people who are just relevant and to that kind of the authority to make sure that we are sorting that kind of the matter out, because everything we have processed. And everyone was being tuned, and we are talking about, oh, Gintu, please make it happen. You're going to be coming out. And I saw much of the people were asking Gintu about, oh, Gintu, do you mean that Masuba who never included him, and they talk about, oh, he never told anything. Guys, I'm ever telling you that's kind of the facts, and they're going to be coming as a fact, because much of the people want to tell Gintu that I'm just this one, this one, this. When I wake up very early in the morning, and I told him that, oh, bro, where are you, man? Are we going to this kind of the position? He talked about, because when we went to check on the mother, so you can just have the video from there one-on-one, he told me that I'm just part of the program. Whenever in the early in the morning I asked, are we going? Yeah, bro, I'm now waking up, you know, understand. And I talked about, okay, I'm just rushing there so I can just sort much of the things before you can just go to the court. I'll be sorting much of the things. Yeah, call me whenever you have, now everything is clear. If it's a person who is intended to go, you will tell me that, oh, bro, I'm coming right now, I'm getting you there. So I inform you, inform me. It's just awkward. I talked about, okay, let me do it whenever I can just do it. Whatever we ever have, we'll just have to sort it out. So I just went. They called me when we were at the courtroom session, so I could not pick the call. And much of the people, let them not talk about, oh, Gintu never responded. So if you knew that we are going to the court, you know where the court is, you know everything how it is. So why do you want to talk about Gintu never told you? There to know that we had to go there. So sometimes we have this kind of the differentiation. Much of the people want to bring some of the differentiation here, and it's something that we can just sort it out and make it happen, because already everybody has information from talk about the custody, you are going to the court. So you understand the court starts around 10 a.m. So why do you want Gintu to inform you much of the things? But it was my first time, then I can just make it look like I have ever went there and I've done everything there. sort them out. So that one is just the Mickey Mouse of the day. So when we come back to how the things are going, everybody should have that kind of a good hearted, and I'm gonna be making sure that I'm just sorting everything very possibly. Nothing is gonna be hindering any kind of the emotion, and whoever is just feeling kind of logistically not well, I'm just pleading to you that feel well, because everything will be sorted very fantastic, because the father is cooperating, and also everybody is cooperating up to this kind of the time, because when the real G steps into this kind of the matter, it's gonna be handled with a lot of care. It's only that even this kind of the police, they have never knew who is Gintu, because I've never been into this. I've never been into clubs, so I can just meet with them. So they were just talking about, who is this Gintu? Are we hearing about Gintu? Even when I just go back to when I went to the custody there, I met much of the female police officers talking about, yeah, oh, you are the Gintu. Oh, I've never seen you personally. And they are talking about, oh, you are the one. Oh, yeah, you resemble onto your video. I talked about, okay, I'm the one who is called Gintu. And they've never met with me anywhere, because much of the people want to talk about, oh, you have to associate. You understand, sometimes not everybody is associative with things that can never help him. So it's only that the scenarios bring this kind of the people, so they can just meet. And but I'm not in terms of that one, because I'm never intruding or extruding or Mickey Mousing here and there, so we can just meet ourselves there and talking about maybe a fight in the street. I'm not longer a person like that one, because whenever you are fighting to the street, I know that you are wasting your money. That's what I know, and you're wasting your time. Whenever you talk about, oh, you're going to this, we are going to this, I understand those kind of the pogroms here and there. But the real fact that I want to take and give to much of the people is, let's not hope that, oh, somebody done this. Let us forget about it, because much of the people are waiting to talk about, oh, Gintu, this is the person who did it. This no. From this kind of the point, I don't have any kind of a grudge and talking about, oh, this is how it's gonna be going, this is how it's gonna be not going, because I understand much of the people are waiting, oh, again to talk about, oh, this is how it is, this is how they are saying. Right now, everything is cool, and nobody is just bothered talking about, oh, let's focus that this is the person who has done it happen. We are no longer having that one. We are just cooled down a little bit to make sure that everything is handled with a lot of care, and how we're going to be making things to come out. And from this kind of the point, I'm going to be telling much of the people that we are still stick to the point to make sure that we are moving forward, despite we have some of the challenges. But there is no anywhere we shall be intimidated or extravagantly intimidated. Anyone talking about A, B, C, D, it will be A, Gintu A, Gintu B, here, Gintu C, Riyadh, Gintu D, oh man, exactly, and making sure that everything is coming to you live. So guys, we are back to the G Castle here, and everything is going on as the way we ever prepared everything to go around. And to the real effect of the time is we are moving. I told you much of the people that we are having this kind of the segment. Much of the people are watching and they're ever commenting, talking about, oh, Gintu, this is how the construction is ongoing. This is how we're going to be making it happen. And we are moving forward very fantastic here. So today I have received one truck of the sand. And I told you that it's so expensive, very expensive, guys. And this is the real fact. This kind of the sand soil, it's costing $100 for you to get this kind of the sand, because it's no longer available, because it has been a drought, and the rivers don't have much of the sand because of harvesting sand too much, because of exploiting much of our rivers. You understand how whenever the sand is harvested, we have soil erosion, gabions there, and making sure that the rivers look so anarctic. And for the real fact, this kind of the soil came from a very far distance. You can just differentiate. This one looks like sugar, and you can just see how it is. And this one here, it's from our zone here, and it's just the same grade, but the difference is it has much of the ice. When I talk about it has some ice, I mean that it has some of the bigger particles that are just inside there. So the good fact is I have it already, and we're going to be talking about the quotation for me to have the G Castle being plastered, because we are starting the plaster tomorrow, and tomorrow is another day. I talked about it. There's no dull moment at the G Castle. We're going to be starting plastering tomorrow inside of the G Castle here. So as I'm just getting in, so they can just show you what's really happening here. Hey, we have Mama Uji here. You want to talk something? You want to say something? Mama Uji, Matron.
Hi guys.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Everything is good?
Everything is fine.
Very good.
There is no meandering.
There's no meandering
yes,
here. So you are in business?
Yes,
I see you have a porridge here.
And some groundnuts.
Some groundnut, not peanut.
Some peanuts.
Or peanut. So, and you are coming to the site where only men are. Why?
I'm coming to the site where only men are.
Yeah, for the peanuts, yeah.
For the peanuts, because these ones, they add energy and protein.
What?
They add energy and protein.
Which energy?
The carbohydrates and the proteins.
And the proteins.
Yeah.
So, hey. Okay. I understand. So here you are. You talked about you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel by the name.
Yeah, you can come to this kind of the zone here, because there we have so much of the lightings here. So you said you have a YouTube channel. I
have a YouTube channel by the name Lucky Black.
Lucky Black.
But I have not uploaded any video. I deleted the previous ones because I want to start a new content.
A new content?
Yeah.
What was the content previously?
Previously, it was about gender-based violence, and it was dealing with the protection of the girl child and boy child in the society.
So and the minor.
And the minor. I never left it, but I want to combine it. Like it goes how the hardship they face, where they are coming with life. So a slow living in the countryside, African life, all combined in it.
So you mean that are you gonna be giving out the respondent about how the mistreatment, talking about the hardships of the ladies, and is it only ladies?
Not only even men, even there are men who are mistreated, are mishandled in the society. Their voices are not heard, even they are not respected. So it is about gender-based violence. The gender, you know, we have a sex, male and female. Yeah.
Okay, so the one that you are currently going to be now posting, what's going to be happening? So the currently
one, I want to start something African village life, slow living in the countryside, combined with how those people they relate onto.
So it's going to be like a traditional culture.
It's traditional culture and how they are
and emulating, the norms.
And the norms, how they are relating into. Now they are forcing it into making it come out. You see, like now we are making it come out.
Yeah, we have some groundnuts here, peanuts, and we have some porridge here, which is a brown porridge. Much of the people who have never seen it here.
It comes from a product called millet.
It's a finger millet.
Finger millet.
Combined with what? It's only finger millet and some cassava.
Some cassava only for
a little bit of cassava.
And then you add some sugar to taste. And then you ferment it. For the bitterness, it brings that culture, that taste.
Oh, that taste.
And then you can add some blue band. You make it
so the way you want it to be, and some people can just add even juice.
Yeah, even juice, even soda.
Yeah, you know. Even soda. It can just work.
Yeah, because now here we have a lot of energetic people. Yeah, we don't want to add those things.
Exactly. So we want it to be pure traditional culture.
So I bring it here because these men, I want them to be energetic at the G Castle, and they make it.
You might be having another agenda, maybe.
Not agenda.
To be strong enough to do what?
To finish this work.
After that.
And then they go home.
And you're bringing it in the evening time.
Exactly. People they have earned.
So you have talking about black what?
Black something?
No, you are talking about your name.
Lucky Black.
Black. Huh?
Lucky Black.
Lucky Black.
Yes.
Black.
Black means Africa. So I could not take Africa because so many things about Africa. So I took black. Black means our color.
Black.
Yeah, Lucky Black.
Lucky Black.
Proud of it.
Guys, so you have that kind of the channel already. It's there existing.
The channel is existing with 73 subscribers. 79. Yeah, but so I've not.
You have it there.
Yeah, I've had it, but I've not uploaded it. Currently, I was working on the videos. I wanna upload sooner.
Okay, we are just checking on it so you can just understand the lucky black and the struggles of making sure that the gender-based things, how they are just done unto the village proportionally to make sure that they are upgrading and uplifting their lives, not only depending on making sure that, oh, you have to get somebody who's going to be psyching you or have to sponsor you or do this. You have to struggle and make sure that even you can make something which is very fantastic. So this is what they're called about the countryside living in the culture norms.
Yes,
And
another name that they've just given me is a mwanamke bomba.
Mwanamke bomba.
Yeah, of course, a strong woman.
Strong woman.
Yeah,
mwanamke bomba.
Mwanamke bomba.
Exactly. So you're gonna be reflecting, or you're gonna be sending me the link?
It's reflecting right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should have it.
At Lucky Black.
It's a Lucky Black, which is underscore KE, which is LUCKY BLACK KE, which is a Lucky Black. Because I'm just filming using my phone here and it's just having a selfie, it will not take it this way. It will just reflect it badly, and it will have it a reverse vice versa. No, it will not reflect it because I'm using the selfie.
Okay,
if it could be the back one, it could be the fantastic way. But it can just reflect here. It's called Lucky Black. It's there. And she is intending to have moving very fantastic onto the YouTube channel and giving much of the people the respondentions of how things are going to be getting to the brim point of today. And we have to support them so as they can just, much of the people have ideas, but implementation, they have to be psyched. Psyching, it means that I can just post their channel here so that people can just watch and make sure that we can just democratize onto her channel and support and make it happen, because tomorrow is another day. We don't know, because today we can talk about, it's Gintu, but tomorrow maybe you are lacking something which is a very beautiful from her, but we have never seen it outside. So we have to support them and make it happen. That is the best means of us to get forward. Let us not despite, you are now starting this kind of a channel. Even as we started it, we understand that, okay, we suffered. Yes, there's people who just talked about, Gintu, you should not do this, you should know that, no, I cannot give you a shout out. But to them, we don't have to mistreat them the way we were mistreated. And today we have to make sure that they're going to be getting subscribe, like, share, comment, Lucky Black, and she's here to make sure that we're going to be entertained with the Rasta, making sure that everything is very califragistically good. So keep it tuned, and the laughing is Thank you. Exactly. Go check and support her to make sure that she is roaming to success, and success is coming from anyone. Nobody has the talk about the passion, or no one has the key that, you are no longer going to happen it, or you are no longer going to make it, or you are going to make it. So everybody tries to make it happen. Support and make everything to get forward. So we are back to the G Castle here, and what I want to show you guys, these are where the pipes were, and right now you can never recognize where the pipes were coming from, the top deck, and just withdrawing water from the top deck coming to the ground floor, making sure they're going to be having an outlet that's going to be coming to the fish pond that are going to be coming to show you. So right now, this is the work that we're going to be getting on here, and they have already been formulated. So this kind of a reflection, the way it's just reflecting here, it's already reflecting the way this kind of the area is reflecting. So when this area going to be plastered, it will just reflect the same as that one. So that's why we are having this kind of a corner, and I told you that we're gonna be having this kind of a corner here. You can now see how it's just looking at this kind of the window. So this is the best. So we're gonna be having a double channel there, and already gonna be plastered and having some lightings inside. That is the best, because this kind of a channel here, the best way for me to make it this way is to have some lightings coming from here, dim lights. During the night they will be just reflecting dim lights and making sure that the window is reflecting. So it's coming from the far end, and we have the top one there that's just going round to the deck there that a person can just sit on it. And here we are having this kind of a fantastic window now reflecting. This is how the window now it's reflecting onto this kind of the corner. So you can now see very gently and very califragistically nice that we are moving and making a surprise. Much of the people talk about, Gintu, I want to make this kind of a thing. And already I have one person person who is looking at Gintu every time and watching my videos and talking about Gintu, I'm going to be giving you this kind of a tender. And I can do it because right now we are experienced and we are getting knowledge daily, because this kind of the structure, it has not been coming from anyone. Look at the top deck also. Look at the top deck there. So we are having, talk about the deck there, which is the slab of the deck. We are having some of the line of the bricks there. Then we are having the top side that is having something like the top on the bricks. So it's now formulating a strip line where we shall have some of the lightings also. So as you can just have this kind of the area enlightened quickly with an immediate spot. So it's a movement that we're just making to make sure that everything is moving very fantastic. Look at this kind of the position right now. So it's looking like, oh, are we having doors there? Are we having some windows there? So this is the reflection that I wanted much of the people to get and know that we are extravagantly happening to have much of the things that we can implement and make them happen. This is the fastest growing house, fastest constructed house, fastest going houses and to Nyabohansa right now. And for the people supporting Gintu, for the people making it happen, we have much of the people right now, they have that kind of a jealousy ways and talking about, oh, we're going to be having. So right now you can just see those kind of, we have this ones there, the two of them. We have the other one, which is just here. You can just see it here. And we have the other two, which is the ones that have been plastered at the back. So they're going to be having a reflection that it might be constructing the whole house using extra pillars. But it's not an extra pillar. It's just something to show that we are hiding the pipes, but in a way that it's going to be reflecting like the pillars are already onto the G castle here. So what I can just say is all of this kind of the waters from the far away, you can just see is just continuing to make sure that it's just giving them a shape there. They're going to be having to bring water and they're going to be coming to this kind of the pipes here, as we're going to be having much of water dropping from the whole section of the deck. That is the fantastic mode that we are looking forward up to. So when we're just moving, guys, this kind of the section here, it was a little bit low down. Talk about the topography was slanting. So we have just concluded that we're going to be making sure that this side, it's going to be having bulk to the much of the soil. So you can just have this side here, it's going to be having a very reflection from here, this kind of the corner strip here, until the far end of that kind of the panel. So you can just have, whenever you're coming to the G castle, you will be just going as on top of, or you are uplifted to go on top of this kind of the area. So when I came back to the real reflection, every pipings and we are talking about even the manholes have been already prepared and everything is just getting to the fantastic mode. So we are having here, engineer is making sure that everything is so fantastic and is just making sure that this kind of the pipes that have passed through this kind of the section are enclosed, and enclosing them, it means that we are having a better and a better position to say that we are moving from one position to another. And the engineer can say hi.
Hi.
Thank you very much, bro. And the work is continuing. Much of we're gonna not have much of talk about much of talk here, because is onto the work, making sure that everything, we don't have to lose the focus sometimes. So as you can just make sure that is doing everything, because these are sometimes acting like cobras here. So he has to make sure that he's just making it happen, because it's very, very hard and very harshish for this kind of the position. Whenever you're gonna be having this way and it can just have a crack this way, so again you have to come there. So it's called cobras here, and that is the fantastic mode we're gonna be having onto this kind of the position. We are having much of the things still ongoing here onto the G castle, and I'm gonna be showing you what really it's meant to have this kind of the position. Very, very fantastic. Here we have a very huge, awesome amount of maram and to this kind of the area right now here. And where is it coming from? It's all of it coming from this kind of the big hole. And somebody told me that, oh, Gintu, it should be 3 meters from the house. And to the real fact of the time is this is the house here, and it is just 3 meters from the house, and it's just at this kind of the far end. It's now 12 feet down, so you can just check it there. So it's now enough. We are not going to extend it more or having it excavated more, because we're gonna be making sure that everything is just practiced very fantastic. Here we can just go until we get much of the water. So, and for that kind of the purpose, we are just going to be sticking to this kind of the position it is right now, so as you can just understand that we are going to be getting forward with it and seal it properly, construct it and make sure that we are moving with it when we're going to be harvesting much of the water, and the towers should be constructed from inside to the top area. So we are having a very high investment of money here, so they can just make it legit, not to enclose or face this kind of the house and bring some of the shenanigans that will bring a very big harm to the G Castle here. And everyone has been watching and making sure that we are ever together. I really respect and talk about we are moving in a very, very fantastic pace and to the G Castle here. So let me go inside so I can just see and show you what's really meant whenever I talk about we're going to be starting the plaster tomorrow, which is coming very, very fantastic. So onto the G Castle inside here. Let me check. Because we have already done with the blendering, so the only thing that's just remaining, it's only the plaster. So tomorrow we're going to be making sure that we are making much of the cleanness onto the house here, as we're going to be starting the plaster, so as this kind of the rooms will be very fantastic. So I've been told that we're going to be having like two trucks of the sand, and some of going to be working for 1.5 a week. We should have finished this kind of the G Castle inside the plastering of the G Castle. And already I have 2 trucks of the sand already demobilized onto the G Castle here, to make sure that we're gonna be commencing this kind of the work with an immediate effect. So how many cements am I having here? I'm having how many bags here? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 bags plus 1, which is 6 bags of cement still onto this kind of the G Castle, to make sure that we're going to be commencing the work tomorrow. So even this kind of the veranda, guys, it has been already marammed. You can just see it's already marammed, to make sure that it's now even watered. It's watered a lot of water, so they can just have it being compacted. Every time we're just going to be walking here, it's going to be compacted using the people, how they're going to be walking there and just pulling and pushing much of the wheelbarrows onto the section. So when I go back to this kind of the point here, we have even constructed the manholes here. So everything is just working so properly. So when a person can talk about, oh, Gintu, where have we moved from? So here we have the manholes already. So we are moving very, very fast. Here we have the manholes here. Yeah. We have the manholes here, and they're just reflecting around this kind of the sector, but we're gonna be making everything to come out very, very. It has a hen. It has a chicken. Who has given the dog? Guys, my dogs here, they are ready to bit to give birth. They're they're now heavy materials. You can they're gonna be making sure it's bouncing and going. Everything is so awesome and very, very fragistically, very fantastic. I have another lady here to talk something here. You want to talk? You want to talk? No. You can talk. There's no problem. You want to see me?
Yes.
You want to see me? So urgent or something that we can just handle?
Something that you can just handle.
I can just handle. Okay, there's no problem. So I'm having a video. It's just some 12 minutes to go. So can you wait for me a little bit? Exactly. Wait for me. So or you want to talk? Come. I have a question for you. How are you?
I'm fine.
You are fine.
Yes.
Are you back to school?
No.
You are not yet back to school.
I'm going tomorrow.
You are going tomorrow.
Yes.
So guys, I don't see you. I don't see you very much. No, this way. Yeah, I see you now. So she's the one you can just understood. I ever went. There were 2 sisters and another small sister. They were talking about I have to go pay much of the money. I went and I paid much of the money to them, and we sorted that kind of the term. So when I come back to you, what's the problem right now?
I need a mathematical set and 2.
A mathematical set and
2 files.
2 files. How much is that?
Mathematical set is 250.
250 shillings.
Yes.
And the file?
Is 70. each.
70 shillings each. So approximately you need it's like 150, like 400 shillings. So I'm gonna be giving you 500. Gonna be good enough. So, and what about going to school? So they're the ones that which day they open the school? Yesterday.
Yes.
So today you are expected to go to school.
Yes.
But is this one's only a mathematical set and the files are missing, so you will not go back to school?
No.
Something else?
Yes.
Which one?
Shoe polish.
Shoe polish.
Yes.
Shoe polish. It means that kiwi
Yes.
and a brush, or kiwi
I
only,
have a brush.
or you have a brush.
Yes.
Another thing. Are these the ones that are making you not to go to school?
No.
Eh.
Today is
Oh, today's a holiday.
yes.
Ah. Okay. So 1,000 will be enough.
Yes.
Okay. 1,000 shillings, guys. It's gonna be enough for her. So as she cannot just wait, it's just here enough.
Thank you.
It's gonna be enough.
Yes.
So what about your sister?
My sister.
She has? She doesn't have. So the shoe polish you will share.
Yes.
And let's make sure that it's like 500 shillings.
Yes.
So let it be 500 for you, 500 for her.
Yes.
Gonna be enough?
Yes.
Okay, take care. Exactly. So we sort some of the things like that one easily and make sure that everything is just fantastic. So guys, that's why we are ever unto the village, to make sure that we are supporting whoever they want to be supported. And that is the best method that we're going to be doing, and even supporting the less fortunate, the less people who can just talk about they're going to be going back to school. And there's somebody who's just coming talking about, oh, Gintu is this way, is that way. And guys, it's not only yesterday when I came out from talk about the judiciary, talking about Mayani, when I arrived at my home here, I found 6 boys waiting for me, talking about, oh, Gintu, we don't have what was it, books? Yeah, books. They were talking about, oh, please help us with to get some books here and there. And they talked about, oh, how much is one book? So how can I just share for the 6 boys to get? And I gave them 1,000 shillings and talked about it will help you a little bit, where it will, because sometimes we have less, even sometimes we cannot have this and this. We are continuing much of the things and supporting everything that we can just make it and make it happen. So for the real fact, let's share the fantastic moment. So when I come here, everything is enclosed here. Everything is coming to this kind of the panel. So when I say this is the panel here, I mean that we are having some of the pipings here, and this is the septic area. So we have a hole that's going to the septic inside there. It's just there, located there, and making sure that everything is just manhandled with a lot of care. So as we make it happen here, I'm going to be talking about we are having too much sun, and it has been a sunny time, sunny this kind of the particular time. So we're having this kind of the boys here that are just letting everything to be outside here. So we have this kind of a hole. So they talk about, oh, where, oh, I placed it somewhere, oh. But the real fact, they should be stored in a one area. One area. Let it be there. Exactly. So I'm to the G castle here already. When I come back here and I check onto the G castle, it is, and I talk about, I can just frame it. I talk about, oh, what's now remaining here? What's remaining furtherly, it is the blundering, we have just already done it. It's just the plastering, and whenever we're going to be finishing the plaster, we're going to be having the gypsum boards to be placed and be formulated in a very califragistically well sectioned with a person who is intelligent and top-notch in terms of the ceiling practicals, and making sure they're going to be dealing with it perpendicularly per unit time. That is the people just we need here to make sure that everything will be handled in a very fantastic mood. So from there, we're going to be talking about, we're going to be having the tiles. So we are just remaining with the 3 best things to go. But if tomorrow we're going to be starting the plaster, it means that we're going to be having 2 more things to go. Talk about the gypsum boards and talk about the talk about the floor gonna be placed with much of the tiles. So we are moving. That is the best movement that we are ever looking for, and ever looking to make sure that we're gonna be making things to happen so fantastic and califragistically good. So everything right now we have just started analyzing and making sure that everything is just analyzed very properly. As we're gonna just take now we have a timber yard here. So already we have a timber yard here, and everything is just going to be placed here, and we're going to be putting some of the iron sheets here to make sure that we are just sealing this kind of an area, and timbers going to be placed here, and they will just dry here very fantastic, and be stored in a way that they will just not have much of the temptation here. So when I go back and just go around, I check much of it's now a sunny, very sunny. It's just reflecting very hot, and to the real effect of the time, we are having much of the things that are the boys here. Hey. So guys, this is what we're gonna be talking about. It's now very sunny, very sunny right now, and what I can say is a little bit the rain has just gone, but we are having much of the time to share our real thoughts and share the moment that we have, because when the living God talk about, okay, every time it has its own time. That's why I talk about tomorrow is another day. Then when we see here this kind of the maze, it was very short. Now every time I come here, it's now even bypassing me. So you can now see the reflection. So one day I told Mayani that, oh, do you remember that I told you that one day my maze will just get very quickly up, and it will just get unto you. He told me that, oh, let's see this kind of the moment. Right now, whenever you're going to be coming, going to be talking about, oh, Gintu, you know, man, you told me the truth. So it's going to be getting. And we are hoping tomorrow we're going to be making sure that we are getting him out and we share the best moment that we ever shared onto this kind of the area, as we are onto this kind of area. So already Gachagua and it's called Gachagua and Faida. They have not yet democratized to make sure that the bricks are brought, or the bricks formulation is going on. I don't know if they went and I don't know what's really happening to them, because it was their duty to make sure that the bricks we could have already filled here, because already it's a sunny time, and for us to formulate much of the bricks, the sunny time, because I have water, so it could be the best method right now for us to have much of the bricks being formulated here like Safari Rally. But the real effect of the time, we are lacking much of the consistency of this kind of the boys. I think it's much of the works are already getting out there, you understand. And today I got this kind of the one man called Faida. He came to ask about, oh, Gintu, you know, this kind of the persons, you understand this kind of the boys of the village. Sometimes they can talk about, yeah, they have got a good deal somewhere. Me, I have a constant deal. I never talked about they have to come every day and formulate this kind of the bricks here. Not every day. But I told them that when they feel they're free, they're going to be coming. But now they have just gone for free again. Because I told them that I don't need them urgently. I need them slowly, so that I can just make sure that everything is coming out very fantastic here. But I have to understand how the deal is going and how everything is just moving forward very fantastic here. So talk about these ones are already burnt. Oh, but this kind of the boys, they're just, I don't know why, they're just picking much of them and just destroying much of them here. I'm going to be telling them whatever is just destroyed, put it outside there, so you can not have this kind of the misarrangements inside there, so as you can just have a consistency way of picking this kind of the bricks from inside there. So I love much of the people ever onto the position and making sure that we're just supporting Gintu and Rendima with the Gintu here. Even the firewoods here, they are ever available to make sure that the bricks will not be fire. So I am prepared with everything, and this is the best way of making sure that we are prepared, because we have the firewood, it's there. Talk about so much of them. We are having much of them here, and so bulky of them here, and we have some of the bags here. Much of the people right now are asking about, oh, Gintu, can you give us this kind of the bags for the trees here? No, I don't give it out, because I'm ever to be using them in terms of enclosing that kind of a bigger hole that I'm just excavating it out here to make sure that we're going to be having a very big tank that's going to be underground tank and to this kind of an area. So that is the best method for us to do, because we're going to be using them where necessary already. And also, much of the people are asking about, oh, Gintu, gonna you sell this kind of the maram here? No, I don't sell the maram, because I'm gonna be having much of the things to do with it. Talk about backfilling, talk about I might be selling it today, then it comes to tomorrow, but I don't sell much of my things outside, and making sure that things are just not happening very properly. That is the best way for me to talk, and the best way for me to handle this kind of the pogroms of the day. So when I come to the G Castle on top here, everything is so fantastic. Whenever I come here, I just get much of a because too much sun, and we are having much of the white tiles here, and everything is so awesome here. So when I took and I take my best moment of giving you much of the fantastic way of how we have just moved from every kind of the way, and to get to this kind of the brim point, I say that the Lord is good. And to the real fact, I appreciate much of the moment and much of everyone who has been tuned and locked in, talking about, oh, Gintu, we have to get forward. Keep supporting Gintu and support much of the people, and we're going to be making it happen. As we support Gintu, we support others. I don't have that kind of a heart of jealousy, that heart of talking about, no, I'm going to not do it. No, I don't have this. If I don't have, I can just tell you I don't have. And if I have, I can tell you that how can we sort this kind of the matter? I don't have that kind of complications. Oh, I don't have, come tomorrow. If I have to make it happen that day, I'll have to make it happen the same day. I don't have that kind of, oh, promises, fake promises, oh, and you know, hey, you know, that is how to become a person who can be very legit. And I support very much people, very young generation, to make sure that we are moving. And I tell them, look at Gintu right now. Not that I don't have money. I have money, but I am at home here. And to make sure that my work is done. You can get a person is having, yes, he has some little bit money here and there, and talk about, oh, he will not stay at home. He has to run from this position to another position, from this position to another one, from another one to the other one. And whatever he's just looking for, it's not to be seen. And to the real end of the time, talk about, oh, you know, this kind of the top mason never did it this way. But when I'm there, I'm ever passing once, and whenever I spot some problem, I tell you there, why couldn't you do it this way? Or why did you understand yourself and do it this way? I don't have that kind of a way of much of the people talking about you. I don't know how you're going to be forcing much of the people. I don't have that kind of the character, and that is who I am. And to the real fact, guys, we are looking forward to make sure that everything is just handled with a lot of care, as we're going to be finishing this kind of the video talking about I appreciate your moment and enriching and getting into to a far end that we have just reached up to date. And I respect and I talk about cherish and good kudos to everyone, and respect and big up to everyone watching the video. Subscribe, like, share, comment, because we are moving forward. It's just using my phone and handling the phone this way. It's gonna be so flabbergastic, but we have to make it happen as far as everything is just in concern. I see somebody is calling me here a little bit, but I'm gonna be going back to them and make sure that we are handling the pogroms of the time, and everyone who's being there and making sure that we ever are moving forward. Thank you very much, and let's support each other and make it a bigger. You can just understand that we are having much of the people talking about, oh, Gintu A, Gintu this, Gintu that one. But the real fact of the time is we have to make it happen. Despite the challenges, despite the algorithm that is just going around here and there, and we have this kind of the issues, the sabotaging and the accusations, allegations. But to the living God, we will make a pass. And to this, I really respect and talk about let's get together like we all want. One love, one man. Let's get together like we all want. Yeah, exactly. And I think the top message are now coming out from the duty to make sure that everything is so fantastic. Bro, you are now out, eh?
Yes.
Everything is good?
Yes.
You can just tell us your name again.
My name is Emmanuel.
Ima.
Yeah.
Man, fantastic. So you are now from duty.
Yes.
How was the work, man?
The work was great.
The work was great.
Yes.
No misconducts.
Yes.
no algorithm.
Yes.
Fantastic. So this is the best method that we're gonna be making sure that everybody is getting that kind of a best way for him or for her to get forward. And when we get forward, everybody is coming from the work very characteristically feeling better. That is the better way that we can talk about. We have made it happen, and when we are making it happen, much of the people onto the site, they're gonna be feeling good. It's now around 5 p.m. In the evening, and the work is already done, and it can just be shown in itself. And when the work can just sell you, nobody can have the intention, oh, today the work was this way, whoa, but the work is decent, even if it's small. Somebody can talk about, yeah, it's this way only, and this one, this and this way, but the work is done. Gintu can tell you about you that I've ever done this kind of the works and understand much of the duty and the performance that is put for a person to make it happen. And that is the way we talk about everyone who is locked, everyone who is ever supporting, keep in locked, because the real G is the real G. And if the real G is the real G, and we're going to be making sure that everything is very awesome. Some 30 seconds, wherever you're coming from, just say hi. And whoever can say that, salam alaikum, can say salam alaikum. Whoever can say that shikamo, shikamo. Whoever can say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, can say it. Whoever can say good night, good morning, good morning. And whoever can say that koma sava, koma sava. Thank you very much. See you next time, next video, next position.